All right. Good morning, well, and everyone. Okay. Today I would like to make a explanation about my draft. Okay. First is my title, English time. Okay. English time. Welcome to the English class. Grade 10, and I choose a narrative. Okay. Next is have table of contents. In this part, I have basic competency, learning objectives, overview, brainstorming, reading comprehension, vocabulary, language feature, listening, speaking, writing, and references. Okay, next is basic competency. In basic competency, I get 3.9, analyzing social function, text structure, and linguistic elements in simple narrative text in the form of folk legends according to the content of the use. And 4.15, capturing the meaning of spoken and written narrative text in the form of legend simple. Next, I have learning objective. Okay, I have 5 learning objectives. The first is identify sentences that contains part of the legend in question. Number 2 is identify similar, similarities and differences in social function, text structure, and linguistic elements of narrative text. Number 3 is read the legend with the correct intonation, pronunciation, and stress. Number 4 is understand the structure of narrative text in giving and asking for information related to folk legends. And 5, understanding the linguistic elements of narrative text in giving and asking for information related to folk legends. Okay, next is overview. The narrative text is a type of text that connects a series of events and contains fiction and non-fiction story. The two forms of text use language imaginative and express emotion. The purpose of narrative text is to entertain the reader and tell a story that happened in the past. There are several types of narrative text, including legends, fairy tales, fables, a journey, or a voyage, and folk tales. However, this discussion focuses on legend story. The next activity is brainstorming. In starting the class, it is better to warm up before leading to the discussion of the core material. Several strategies can be set for the icebreaker, such as developing class jargon and storytelling. In the session, the teacher can make class jargon. For example, for grade 10A, the teacher say 10A, and students can answer by saying amazing. And this can be done repeatedly. In the session, the teacher can also tell a story about fairy tales before entering the material, such as the story of Sangkuriang. In this session, the teacher can exchange idea with students for asking questions related to storytelling. For example, in this story, after Sangkuriang killed his dog named Si Tumang, what happened next? With questions, students who know this folklore will try to answer question and so on. Okay, next, so we have a reading comprehension. In this activity, the teacher can invite uh, the students to read the text. The title is The Legend of Surah and Baya. And after that, teacher can give the student the question about according to the story. Right. Next is we have a vocabulary. Okay, in this activity, mm, student have to read again the story. The title is the story of the Malik. But I'm suggesting to the teacher make a students group students and they they group students, right? because because the student can be more easier for answer the activity. After that, the teacher can uh, after that the teacher can menyuruh the students to find the difficult word with their group. Okay. In the example in the slide is otherwise, disaster and fields. Okay. Next is language feature. Okay, we have language feature in this narrative text. Specific participant and often individually use the past tense because the event of story happened in the past. Use action verb and some use verbal and mental process. Use adjective or adverb to describe people, animal, places, and action. Use linking word relating to time, either dialogue, frequently. Use direct and or indirect expression. Descriptive language is used to create an impression of reader's mind and can be written in first person I, second person you, and third he, or they. Okay, in this language feature activity, you can say your student back the story of Legend of Surah and Baya above. Try to determine the linguistic elements of each paragraph and write down the related words in the following table. Okay, you can say your student to make a language feature in the story of before Legend Surah and Baya. Okay, next activity is listening. Okay, in this activity, you can share with your students, but not share the video, only just the sound. And the students will listen carefully according to the sound of video. After that, you can give the student the question, and students who listen carefully the sounds can answer the question. Right. Next activity is speaking. Okay, in this session, the teacher can ask students to read the text below entitled The Might of Malikuna. After that, in front of the class, the teacher can ask students again about the parts of generic structure in the story. Then able student will be asked to read upfront the generic structure of each one by one, starting from orientation to resolution. The next activity is writing. Okay, in this session, the teacher can ask students to read the story below. After it is understood, the teacher will ask the student to rewrite the story based on student understanding. Okay, in this section, you can doing in this class, or you can make for the students homework. Okay, next. Okay, this is the references I get for menyusun my draft and credit feature with Google from Google, from Canva and material resource from Google and design from Canva.com. My supervisor need to do RCP party SPD MPD and creator and editor and me in this one. Okay, that's all about my explanation and my draft from my draft. Okay, thank you. And see you. Good health.